Hello, everybody. Welcome to my weird, wonderful world. And after my last few episodes there, I want to get back onto some music talk and talk about a gift I received today from my awesome friend Robert Cormier, which I will get to in a moment because he's a part of this. And but I'll leave timestamps for this so you can get to the if you want to get to this main part here where I'm talking about some local bands. But I want to just give a brief. Yeah, and I'll leave timestamps. I want to give you a brief idea that in the next couple of days I will be doing my three-part ratings and rankings of the AC/DC albums. Now you should be able to see this. I'm not going to list them, but you can pause and take a look. Those are the Those are the first ones. That's part one. That's what I'll be doing. This is part two. You know, hopefully you can make everything out there. So that's part two, and then of course part three will be the rest of it. That stuff here. There you go. So that is going to be that, and of course I'm not counting this. This will be excluded because let's face it, it's just all a reprise of everything I already heard. So it's redundant. I don't need to rate this one at all. And everything else I do because it's just you know yeah, perfect. And of course the way it lays out, it just in each chapter because there's three live albums they get to go right in the right positions. All right, now I'm going to get into the main topic. So that's at 2 minutes. Good. Okay, perfect. It'll be easy to get to. So what I want to talk about is this gift I got from Robert today, which is of it's called the Lost Chord. That's the name of the band, and the name of the album is it's called Nostalgia. Pretty nice cover. Of course, this is a local band from Moncton, New Brunswick. Here, that's what's in the back. I is hopefully you can see that properly, but it says I am Lamb Spring. Yeah, Lamb Spring is the first song. Muse is the second song. Why is the third song. Ocean Ride, Nostalgia, Ready for Love, Weapons of War, She. So that's the track listing. They have the how long the songs are there too. So I'm going to be opening that as still in the plastic. It's brand new. Now I received this. Okay, I gotta get that out. That shouldn't be on the bottom. It should be on the. Where did I put that? Oh, it's on the side here. Yeah, because I put it separate and I forgot I put it separate. So this is the instigator of all this local, bands that I've been collecting. Now there's going to be 10 in all, starting with this. This was the first one. This was a gift from Robert and Francine. It's her, this is her wonderful album, and that's Francine there. She lives in my building, and she's a good friend, and so is Robert. I like talking with Robert because we talk about music mostly, and other little things here and there. And he responds. He watches my videos and responds to my videos, which is awesome. And so yeah, so there's Maggie Savoie that was on the it. She does a Dabro guitars, electric and acoustic. A bo Dobro. I'm not sure what a Dobro is, but and then of course Robert is electric bass. Matt Gallant, of course, is on the drums, and Mike Trask, he's he's a music director. Yeah, he's the music director, the engineer, the sound engineer, percussionist. Also, he does percussions. Um, and registration. I'm translating it from French. That's why it's kind of difficult to read. I do speak French and I can read it, but I don't read it as often as I. There's still going to be some stuff that tripping me up a little bit, especially trying to translate it. Yeah, but I know 80. I would say 80% of my French. There's going to be a 20% of my French that I don't have, but it doesn't matter. I still really understand everything. Um, there's have two. Well, four of the songs are in French and two are in English. The English songs is called the Moon Dream and John John Malm, which was a poem a New Brunswicker had written, a pretty famous poem, and she put lyrics to that poem. And she's a if you if you're into a traditional um Acadian folk music. She's the up kind of the updated version. This is actually it's only 20 minutes long. You can find it on your usual platforms. I'm pretty sure it's on Spotify and other places. I haven't looked on Spotify to see if I find it there, but it's probably there somewhere. So yeah. So why I bring this up, of course, is because they introduced me. Well, again, I will be opening that soon. This wonderful gift I got, but I haven't heard it yet, and I'll do a review of what I think of it after I played it. But but through Francine and Robert, they introduced me to the Great Balancing Act, and of course the wonderful Jeep Jones. JP, I think is Jean Paul Morin, his last name. Awesome guy. It's the guy here with the hat and dark glasses. That's Jeep Jones, JP. And I really I every time I see this guy, every time I meet this guy, I'm always like, impressed with him because I think he's so talented, and I can't believe he gets so overlooked, and his band didn't get anywhere. He's so artistic, he's so talented, he's such a great guitar player, and he puts so much heart, and you can see the heart and feeling he's putting into this, and yeah, and I mean, I have now, and I'll thank Jeep, for oh I almost forgot something else there. Give me a second. I have to go get that. Yeah, I might as well show this too. But I also have and again, thank you, Jeep Jones, for gifting me that. He didn't have to give it to me. I wanted to pay for it for sure. I really want to support, this band and local bands. I tell you, Jeep is one of my favorite people I've met. Him and the owner of Pot de Mush, um, Mario Landry. Awesome guys, awesome guys. So, always, and I have this one here of summer. I have a summer. I have a spring. Now I'm just kind of looking for winter and fall. But these are my two favorite seasons, summer and spring. So I had to start with my two favorite seasons. Winter and fall, my two least favorite seasons. And I know people really. There's some people who really do love fall, especially when the people who don't like the heat and when things. Oh, I like it when things cool down. I understand. I get you. You know, I like things. I like it when things start warming up. And but also, I was so happy to be able to find this cassette that they made a long time ago. You know, the Great Balancing Act. It's called Low Ride. It's a EP, and it's what's fantastic about it that it has a cover song of the from the Muppets from the Muppets movie. The moving right along. Do, 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 do. You know what I'm talking about. That's always. I need to play this. I need to play this. I'll be playing it. That's not too long. Only 6 songs plus the bonus song. So I'll play that later for sure. I gotta play that. After I play this. This is the next thing I have to put on because I gotta listen to it in the headphones. I will be listening to it in the headphones. It's hard rock. It's kind of heavy hard rock, so I should really like it. So yeah, I'll open that in a minute. Now again, through the Great Balancing Act, I was introduced to Dugasnobitch. I know it sounds so bad to say, and I always feel a little, you know, what like because I don't like to use profanity or anything on my channel. It's just a rule of branding, just to appeal to more people who might and always an attempt not to offend people if I can humanly prevent it. I don't ever want to to offend people. I don't like that. But I think it's such a great name, and it's called and his gestures et les foudroids, foudroids. It's the fools of fou du roi. It's the fools of the king. So, but it means gestures, and l'état de l'état means state to state. Yeah, I think that's what it means, state to state, or state of state and yeah, state to state. I think that's what it translates to, and it's kind of more like spoken word, like the way he does kind of sing in it, but it's more like spoken word. It goes from French to to English, and I love it. So yeah, and very rock and roll. It like for me, it's the music. It's the music, and these guys are so they work so great together. And then again, there's Jeep right here, and Jeep Jones, and there's well, here's the bass player. I don't know him as well, but that's Mario. That's Mario. He's the one, the proprietor of the of Patamouche up in Capole. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So I find they're awesome, and I love listening to this. I've played this a few times, and I need to play it again because I something I need to play again very soon. Again, another different band that they brought me to and introduced me to, and when I went to see that particular show, I ended up buying two albums, $15 each. So I paid $30 and bought, because what's the best way to support the band is to buy their merch and to buy their. So I bought Moontunes, yeah, Moontunes. I think this is their. This is called. Oh, this is Elephant Wizard. Elephant Wizard is awesome, awesome. This one is called what? I think it's just a self-titled. Yeah, it's a self-titled album, Moontunes. Yeah, it's English, and it's mostly English. Yeah, it is English. I was gonna say it's different. No, it's all English. All the yeah. So, but I like this one better than this one, slightly better. I need to listen to this again, but I need to listen to this. I need to listen to both again. That has to go in my box. Like I don't really have much in my music I need to get to box, but I do need to fill it up, and in a couple of days, maybe I'll do a video and I'll show you what's in there that I'm gonna have to get to. Because there are like I think some of this stuff will be in there for sure that I have to get to. Because amongst that, there's other stuff I need to listen to, and I've been kind of addicted to that. The two albums I've been playing a lot lately. Okay, it is the Claypool Lennon Delirium. I think that is just fantastic. It's just right up my alley, and thank you again, Larry, for sending me that. And I've been playing my that Frank Black. I'm looking forward to Larry Graves' review of that album. I gave it to him on my Patreon with him, and yeah, I can't wait to see what he thinks of it. I know he's gonna love it. I want to give him something I know he's gonna love, and I'm sure he'll like it just as much as I do because it's really good. What's in my player right now? You want to know? You're gonna be like, oh, really? Again? Of course again, because I can't get enough of it. It's so good. It's so good. Yeah, it's in there again because I do love playing it. I haven't played it since I put it back in there, but it's in there to be played. Unfortunately, I'm gonna have to take it out Because yeah, I kind of forgot I was gonna play this. I was gonna get a new CD today. I got tipped off that he had a CD for me, so I'll get to that in a moment. Don't worry. But yeah, there's okay. That's what I wanted to play today. All right. And so I have one more band to talk about. Now this is a band that oh wait, before I get into that, just a quick side note that you might have seen Jeep Jones live on with Larry Graves and myself a couple of times and talking about their band and everything. But I was there, and Jeep Jones also had done a few cover songs of written by Larry Graves, and my personal favorite, "This Lonely Road," perfect, chef kiss. It's fantastic, and so check out those videos. I'm going to leave links into to everybody's stuff down there, somewhere. So look for it, down below, and connect with some of these because it was at their first one of their first shows when I went to see the Great Balancing Act that that I was filming and I went in their green room and I was wearing my Sparks shirt that I got from Larry. Again, thank you, Larry, for all the wonderful gifts you sent me. It's awesome. And they happened to mention, do you know the Canadian stud muffin? And right there, yeah, everything that got some balls rolling there. So I'm so happy that I was able to make that connection for them. Because yeah, they're all wonderful. They're all wonderful. Okay, last band I'm going to talk about here before I get into opening this is the Monoxides. The Monoxides, and I grew up. This guy here with the hat, kind of leaning over. This is the Derek Roby show. He was a childhood friend. He grew up down the street, right down the street from me. He had a big Saint Bernard, I think it was a dog, the kind of breed, but a nice big dog. And I used I they had a nice little basement studio where they soundproofed it, and they had their amps and all that stuff set up, and they had guitars. Him and his brother his brother Stacy Robichaux, awesome guitar players. So he's also with a band called Iron Giant. Good stuff. Good stuff. If you like that heavy, like it's really good heavy rock. Very good heavy rock. This is a very good heavy rock. They have a video for "Can't Get Excited," so if you want to check them out, check that video out. But yeah, I grew up and I know PJ too. And they're all great. They're all great. So this is stuff you need to check out. All right, let's get to opening finally after 18 minutes of going through all that local stuff. But it's important. It's important to acknowledge, and I've already done this before on my channel, but I have a new edition, so I'm I felt the need to reiterate everything that I could about all this great local artists that I like. I think it's so important to support and discover new music. So I have no idea what this is gonna sound like. So is my mic still on? I want to make sure it's still yep green. And so yeah, the Lost Chord. Let's look at that cover without. So that's what's on the CD. I'm probably not going to be anything. Oh, now that's nice. I like that. I like that. That's great. That little added touch, It's not a cheap. It's not a cheap production. Let's get this out safely. Okay. There we go. I don't want to. I like to baby my. So that's the cover, and That's pretty much the same as the back cover. So it shows you the cool panoramic. Oh yes, that's cool. So that's the Lost Chord. These are the people in the band. So awesome, awesome. There's lyrics. There's pictures. Nice, nice. And they're from Moncton, New Brunswick. You know, a local band, and I'm looking forward. I'm looking forward to listening to it because they look like a good heavy rocking band. Might be like heavy metal for all I know. So yeah, I'm looking forward to it. Yeah, that's good. That's good. So any of these I mentioned, check them out wherever and whenever you can. And like I said, I'll do my best to leave as much info down there as much as possible. I think that's it for me. 20 minutes of a video is usually my maximum that I like to go to. Of course, sometimes I will go over that, but you know, by another 10 minutes, but not today. I'm going to let you go. I might have another video after this that I might want to talk about a few things, but we'll see about that. I knew I at least wanted to make at least this video today. And like I said, look forward to my ACDC trilogy coming up very soon, in the next day or so. Again, depending on how busy I'm going to be at work, but I will have that coming up. All right, everybody. You know what I'm going to say. If you are considering subscribing, go watch other of my videos first, please. Make sure I want you to be happy and satisfied and enjoy the content. You know, if people are here, if you don't enjoy this content, don't subscribe. You know, it's only for those who enjoy my content. Of course, you know that. But everybody's welcome. And leave me comments because I do love hearing from you, and I try to get to everybody's comments as fast as I can. Sometimes, yesterday was a 9 hour shift, over a little over 9 hours of a shift that I worked, and yeah, it was. I'm not really used to doing 9 hour shifts of physical labor like that, but it was pleasant. It didn't bother me. I had music to listen to, so it was all good. But yeah, that's why I couldn't make a video yesterday, and it kind of bugged me. All right, but hit the like button. That's easy to do, and it helps my channel spread even more. And everybody, okay, just be safe. Take care. I will see you on the flip side, and please, everybody, just have a great day, evening, morning, night, afternoon, wherever you may be. Peace, everybody.